Archangel Michael says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul, because the moment you are experiencing right now did not appear in your life by accident." Sometimes life places certain messages in front of us at very specific moments, not because something dramatic is about to happen instantly, but because our hearts have finally reached a point where they are ready to understand something deeper. Over the past few days or even weeks, something inside your awareness may have been shifting quietly. Perhaps you noticed yourself thinking more about your future, reflecting on the direction of your life, or questioning whether the path you are walking is leading you towards something greater. These thoughts are not random. They are signs that your mind and heart are beginning to prepare for change. Real change rarely begins on the outside first. It begins within the thoughts you carry, the questions you ask yourself, and the awareness that slowly grows inside you. Before a person steps into a new season of life, there is often a quiet period where everything feels uncertain but full of possibility at the same time. You may feel that something new is approaching, even if you cannot fully explain what it is yet. Archangel Michael says moments like this appear when a person has been growing through experiences they may not even realize were shaping them. Think about the journey you have been walking recently. There were situations that tested your patience, moments where you had to remain strong even when things felt unclear, and times when you wondered whether your efforts were truly leading anywhere. Yet through all of those moments you continued moving forward. That perseverance has been building something powerful inside you. Sometimes people expect massive change to arrive suddenly and dramatically, but most meaningful transformations happen step by step. They begin with awareness. When your awareness grows, you begin seeing possibilities where before you only saw limitations. You start recognizing that your life is not fixed in one direction. Instead, it is a path that can evolve as your understanding grows and as your decisions begin aligning with your true values. Archangel Michael says the reason this message feels important is because your perspective is beginning to change. The way you see your future, your abilities, and your potential may start becoming clearer. You may begin to notice that certain opportunities or ideas appear in your mind more often than before. These are the early signs of change. They are the moments where your thinking expands beyond what once felt possible. There may also be moments when you reflect on your past and realize how much you have already grown. Situations that once seemed overwhelming may now appear as lessons that strengthened your patience and resilience. Experiences that once caused frustration may now reveal the wisdom they carried. When you reach a point where you can see your past with understanding rather than regret, it means your awareness has matured. Archangel Michael says a massive change in life does not always mean everything around you suddenly shifts overnight. Often it means that your mindset transforms in a way that allows new opportunities to appear. When your thoughts become clearer and your focus becomes stronger, the choices you make begin guiding your life in a different direction. This is how change begins to unfold. You may soon begin noticing subtle shifts in the way you approach situations. Instead of reacting quickly to challenges, you may find yourself pausing to think more carefully about the best way forward. Instead of doubting your abilities immediately, you may start recognizing that you have learned enough from your past experiences to handle what lies ahead. These changes may seem small, but they are powerful because they influence every decision you make. Archangel Michael says the message reaching you now is not about fear or urgency. It is about awareness. It is a reminder to pay attention to the ideas, opportunities, and reflections appearing in your life right now. When a person becomes aware of their growth and remains open to learning, they begin to notice possibilities that once passed them by unnoticed. So take a moment to breathe calmly and listen with an open mind. The season you are stepping into may bring new understanding about your path, your strengths, and the direction your life is slowly taking. What once felt uncertain may begin to reveal clarity, and the effort you have invested in your journey may soon begin showing results in ways you did not expect. Archangel Michael says this is only the beginning of understanding what this moment means for you. When your awareness grows and your perspective expands, change becomes possible in ways that once seemed distant. And the realization you are experiencing right now is the first step toward recognizing the new direction that is slowly opening before you. Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully again, my beloved soul, because when life begins preparing someone for a massive change, it often begins long before the person notices it. Many times people expect change to arrive suddenly with loud signs and dramatic moments, but the truth is that the most powerful transformations begin quietly within the mind and heart. They begin when your thoughts start shifting, when your awareness grows deeper, and when you begin questioning whether the life you have been living is leading you towards something greater. Over the past weeks you may have noticed subtle moments where you felt a strong desire for improvement or direction. Perhaps there were times when you looked at your life and thought about what could be different or what new possibilities might exist for you. These moments of reflection are not accidental. They are signs that your mind is beginning to open toward new understanding. Growth always begins with awareness, and awareness begins when a person becomes willing to reflect honestly about their journey. Archangel Michael says every experience you have faced recently has been shaping the perspective you carry today. Some of those experiences may have challenged your patience. Some may have required you to adapt quickly or learn something new. At the time those moments might have felt uncomfortable, but they were strengthening qualities inside you that are necessary for real progress. Patience, discipline, and resilience are not developed during easy moments. They are developed when a person continues moving forward even when the path feels uncertain. You may not always recognize how much you have grown because growth happens gradually. Just as a tree grows silently day by day, your understanding has been expanding through each experience you encountered. The challenges you faced were not meaningless obstacles. They were opportunities to learn how to remain focused, how to think more carefully about your choices, and how to continue progressing even when the outcome was not immediately visible. Archangel Michael says when someone reaches a moment like this, it often means their awareness has matured enough to recognize new opportunities. Opportunities rarely appear clearly to a mind that is filled with doubt or distraction. But when a person begins reflecting more deeply about their life, their focus becomes stronger and their ability to recognize possibilities increases. This is why you may begin noticing ideas or inspirations appearing in your thoughts more frequently. Sometimes change begins with a simple realization. It might be an idea about how to improve something in your life, a decision to approach your goals differently, or the understanding that your past experiences have given you more knowledge than you previously recognized. These realizations may seem small, but they are often the starting point for larger progress. Archangel Michael says the phrase, massive change, does not mean everything around you will suddenly transform overnight. Instead, it means that your mindset is beginning to evolve in a way that opens new doors. When your perspective changes, the way you respond to situations changes as well. You become more attentive to opportunities, more patient with challenges, and more confident in your ability to learn from each experience. You may soon notice that the way you think about your future feels different. Instead of focusing only on what feels difficult or uncertain, you may begin noticing possibilities that once seemed out of reach. Your mind may begin forming ideas about steps you can take to improve your situation or explore new directions. These ideas are important because they represent the beginning of intentional change. Archangel Michael says intentional change happens when a person chooses to act with awareness, rather than reacting automatically to circumstances. When you become aware of your thoughts and the direction they are guiding you, you gain the ability to shape your path more consciously. This is a powerful realization because it reminds you that your life is not limited by your past experiences. Instead, your past experiences are tools that can help guide your future decisions. The massive change that is beginning to unfold in your life is connected to this awareness. As your perspective becomes clearer, you will begin recognizing how your choices influence the opportunities that appear around you. Conversations may lead to new ideas. Situations that once seemed ordinary may reveal unexpected potential. Even moments of quiet reflection may guide you toward understanding something important about your own abilities. Archangel Michael says remain attentive during this period of growth. Pay attention to the ideas that inspire curiosity, the moments that encourage reflection, and the situations that motivate you to think differently about your life. These moments are often the first signs that a new direction is slowly forming. Remember that change does not require perfection. It requires patience, focus, and the willingness to continue learning from each experience. The awareness growing within you now is preparing you to recognize opportunities and move forward with greater clarity. Archangel Michael says the journey unfolding before you is only beginning to reveal its meaning. As your awareness continues expanding, the path ahead will gradually become clearer. The lessons you have learned and the strength you have developed will help guide you as you step into the next stage of your life's journey. Archangel Michael says, "Listen again with a calm and open heart, my beloved soul, because when a person begins approaching a moment of real change, the most important transformation does not happen outside first. It happens inside the way they think, the way they see themselves, and the way they understand their own potential." Many people wait for life to change around them before believing something new is possible, but the truth is that change begins when your awareness becomes strong enough to recognize the possibilities already forming around you. Over time you may have noticed that your thinking has been evolving. Situations that once caused confusion may now inspire reflection. Instead of reacting quickly to challenges, you may find yourself pausing and considering the deeper meaning behind them. This shift in awareness is powerful because it allows you to approach life with wisdom instead of uncertainty. When a person learns to observe their experiences calmly, they gain the ability to respond with clarity. Archangel Michael says every experience you have faced has contributed to the understanding you carry today. Some of those experiences may have tested your patience, while others may have encouraged you to discover strengths you did not know you possessed. At the time, those moments might have felt difficult or overwhelming, but they were shaping your perspective. Each lesson helped you build resilience and learn how to continue moving forward even when circumstances felt uncertain. There were times when progress seemed slow or when the path ahead felt unclear. During those moments it can be easy to question whether your efforts truly matter. Yet every step you took, even the smallest one, was helping you grow. Progress is rarely visible immediately. Just like a seed planted beneath the soil grows quietly before it ever reaches the sunlight, your development has been unfolding gradually through the experiences you encountered. Archangel Micheal says when awareness grows, it begins revealing new possibilities in everyday life. Opportunities often appear in simple forms. They may arrive through ideas that encourage you to explore a different direction. They may appear through conversations that inspire new perspectives. Sometimes they even appear through moments of quiet reflection where you suddenly realize that your abilities are greater than you once believed. These moments are important because they help guide your decisions. When you begin recognizing the value of your own experiences and the knowledge you have gained from them, your confidence naturally begins to grow. This confidence does not come from believing you already know everything. It comes from understanding that you are capable of learning, adapting, and improving as you continue moving forward. Archangel Micheal says a massive change in life often begins when a person stops focusing only on limitations and begins noticing possibilities instead. When your mind becomes open to learning, new paths begin to appear. You start recognizing that your future is not fixed by the past. Instead, it is shaped by the awareness you develop and the decisions you make each day. You may soon begin noticing that your perspective about certain areas of your life becomes clearer. Goals that once felt distant may start appearing more achievable. Ideas that once seemed uncertain may begin to feel worth exploring. These shifts are not random. They are signs that your awareness is expanding and that your mind is preparing to move toward new opportunities. Archangel Micheal says patience is an important part of this process. Real change does not happen all at once. It unfolds gradually as your understanding continues to develop. Each step you take adds experience to your journey. Each lesson you learn strengthens your ability to navigate future opportunities with wisdom. It is also important to remember that growth requires balance. While it is valuable to seek progress and improvement, it is equally important to remain grounded and thoughtful about the choices you make. When you combine ambition with patience and awareness, you create a path where success can develop steadily rather than unpredictably. Archangel Micheal says the change approaching your life is connected to the awareness you are developing right now. The more you continue reflecting on your experiences and learning from them, the more clearly you will recognize the direction that feels right for you. The path ahead will become visible step by step as your understanding grows. So remain attentive to the ideas, opportunities, and reflections that appear in your life during this time. Allow yourself to remain curious and open to learning. Every moment of awareness adds clarity to your journey. And as you continue walking forward with patience and focus, the change that is gradually unfolding will begin revealing its purpose in your life. Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully once more, my beloved soul, because when a person approaches a moment of meaningful change, the most important thing they can carry with them is awareness. Change does not only arrive through events that happen around you, it grows from the understanding that develops within you. When your thoughts become clearer and your perspective becomes stronger, the way you respond to life begins to transform. This transformation is powerful because it allows you to recognize opportunities and make decisions with greater wisdom. Throughout your journey you have experienced moments that tested your patience and determination. Some situations required you to adjust your expectations, while others encouraged you to develop new ways of thinking. At times these experiences may have felt difficult or confusing, but they were shaping the perspective you hold today. Every lesson you learned became a piece of knowledge that will guide your future decisions. Archangel Michael says many people wait for life to provide clear signs before they believe something new is possible. However, real progress often begins when a person decides to look at their circumstances with curiosity instead of doubt. When you allow yourself to reflect on your experiences with honesty, you begin recognizing patterns and lessons that once seemed hidden. These realizations help you understand that your journey has always been preparing you for growth. There were moments in your past when you may have questioned whether your efforts were truly leading somewhere meaningful. During those times it can be easy to feel uncertain about the future. Yet every step you took, even the ones that felt small, contributed to the development of your awareness. The ability to keep learning and moving forward during uncertain moments is one of the strongest qualities a person can possess. Archangel Michael says as your awareness continues expanding, you may begin noticing that the way you think about opportunities changes. Instead of immediately focusing on what could go wrong, you may begin exploring what could go right. This shift in perspective opens the door to creativity and problem solving. When you approach situations with curiosity, your mind becomes capable of discovering possibilities that once seemed invisible. Opportunities often appear quietly. They may come through a conversation that introduces a new idea, through a situation that encourages you to explore a different direction, or through a moment of reflection where you suddenly realize that you have more ability than you once believed. These opportunities are rarely obvious at first, but they become clearer when you remain attentive and open to learning. Archangel Michael says the massive change mentioned in this message is connected to the awareness you are developing. When your perspective expands, your choices begin aligning with growth. You start recognizing the value of your experiences and the knowledge they have given you. This recognition strengthens your confidence and encourages you to move forward with thoughtful determination. Confidence built on understanding is very different from confidence based on assumption. When confidence grows from experience, it remains calm and balanced. It allows you to approach challenges with patience and clarity. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by uncertainty, you begin trusting your ability to adapt and learn as new situations appear. Archangel Michael says it is important to remain patient while this process unfolds. Real transformation does not happen instantly. It develops step by step as you continue learning from each experience and applying that knowledge to your decisions. Each day brings new moments of understanding that gradually shape your path. You may soon notice that the direction of your life begins feeling more purposeful. Ideas that once seemed distant may start appearing more achievable. Situations that once caused hesitation may now inspire motivation. These changes are not random, they are signs that your awareness is guiding you toward new possibilities. Archangel Micheal says, remember that growth requires both reflection and action. Reflection helps you understand the lessons of your past, while action allows you to apply that understanding to your future. When these two elements work together, progress becomes natural and steady. So continue moving forward with patience and curiosity. Pay attention to the ideas and inspirations that appear in your life, and allow yourself to explore them with thoughtful intention. The awareness you have been developing through your experiences is now helping you recognize the path that is gradually opening before you. Archangel Micheal says the change approaching your life is not something to fear or rush. It is something to understand and grow with. As you continue listening to your inner awareness and learning from each experience, the direction ahead will become clearer. And step by step, the journey you are walking will begin revealing the purpose that has been quietly forming within your life all along. If this message truly spoke to your heart, take a moment and type, "I am ready for this change," in the comments to affirm that you are open to the new season unfolding in your life. When you declare it, you remind yourself to stay aware and prepared for the opportunities ahead. And if you feel this message arrived at the perfect time for you, comment "Amen" as a sign of gratitude and faith in the journey you are walking. Also like this video and subscribe, so you continue receiving messages that bring clarity, encouragement, and inspiration to your path.